everybody, this is Dave Nassi over here at Next Level Guitar, and today we're going to do another In the Style Of lesson focused on the acoustic guitar and one of my favorite styles of acoustic guitar playing. So let's just not mess around. Let's dive right on in and talk about the chords that we're going to do here today. If you click on that link that you see below and you like what you're seeing here today, you know what? You're going to get a free video and a coinciding ebook that is not available on YouTube. And you achieve this by just clicking on that link. So you see it there below. Click on that link. You'll get a coinciding ebook that is free, a video lesson that is free. And in that ebook, you got all kinds of cool information, chord diagrams, and scales, lots of things that you need in your everyday. So all you got to do to achieve this is just click on that link. So this is really cool. It's all very suspended sounding. And we're going to take your basic C chord. We're going to add a pinky to that chord. Puts our G note in there. Still a note technically in your C chord, so we're not changing things too much. And we're going to take this chord and we're going to shift it up one whole step, and we're going to move this whole guy up to here. Now this automatically just sends all kinds of signals to my brain of what you can do here with this. You can go back to the original position. What I did there for a second, just to kind of let it play out so you could hear, was naturally what the chords sounded like in either position. What's really cool about this, though, is when we start changing it up every single time it comes around. And how we do that is we can omit a finger, add a different one in a different place. So let's kind of talk about that chord for chord here. What we have is we got this dude. Now I can take away my high E note and get from an A to an E. Take that down to the C. Take away your middle finger. Put it back down. Lifting that pinky and placing it back down. So you could see what I did in that was I just felt it out a little bit and I added and removed my pinky to establish that tonality. When I went to this chord, I did the same thing, and sometimes I removed my middle finger. Now I can do any combination of the following. I can take away my pinky, take away my middle finger, take away my first finger even. My root note's still established. So that's just the third finger, just the first finger added, pinky added. Now all these are happening within the same rhythmic structure that I'm doing the entire time with my right hand, but what's cool is it's adding subtle nuances, and every single time you play these chords, you can play them slightly different, okay? So we've only established two. Let's throw the G chord in there. Some classic things that we could do are the hammer-ons that happen. So to do that really easily, let's just point that out because that's going to come up quite a bit. I'm going to lift my first finger. I'm going to strike just the A string. I'm going to hammer to that note. Then I'm going to strum the whole thing. I'm going to go one string lower and do the fourth string the exact same. Now I gotta point out something there. When I first did that note and I put the bass note in the position, kind of sounded not so good. So what I'm gonna do is go focus on this part of the guitar. I'm not going to go low because it won't sound as good. So I'm going to go. guitar open up, the depth of the guitar open up. You're really bringing the sound out of the acoustic. Very important. To get volume out of an acoustic, you don't strum it harder to get the sound out. You gotta bring it out of the guitar. That's one thing that drives me absolutely batty when I see kids playing these days. And they're like, you know, you can't beat the thing. You gotta bring it out, and you really let the wood resonate and vibrate. My grandfather told me that. Playing country music. That's the truth. You gotta make the guitar sound cool by playing Hank Williams songs. That's what I was doing. But anyways, back to this. What we have here is we've got 3 chords that are being manipulated and strummed in a casual way, but changed slightly every single time. We left off on the G. Take away a finger, take away my pinky, take away my 3rd finger, take away my index finger. Still have the chord, added the 3rd finger. And you're bringing out these chords slowly. It's almost like you're introducing them one neat characteristic at a time. As it goes from one chord to the next, we play it different every time. That's the biggest thing that we want to think about. So let's strum this out a little bit and think of how we started with this chord. I can add... Now check that out here. We have... What's really cool about that, get a little bit of the tension, you know, from this F sharp note leading into the G, tuning the guitar really. That movement with the middle finger. Those are the 2 notes that I'm bringing out there. Actually 4, I should say. Alright, so in between this, you can also arpeggiate some of your notes within the chord. You don't have to strum it the entire time. But what I think is going to be taken out of this lesson really is the fact that when we play through these chords, we want to think to ourselves, they can be played different every time. Because the key that we're in, we're allowed liberty to do so with some of these open strings. That's how it works. You can't do this in every single key, but it works in this particular key. We're going to say we're in the key of G for right now. So that's going to make this work. Now within that, we have the play and the addition of notes. That for days if you like, and that is going to be perfect all into itself. Okay, let's get that last little bit in there and then we'll round it off. That was the same motion. Now remember, we started with a C chord and we just took this dude up a whole step, and then we're getting all these different chords. I've refrained from telling you a name for every one of these guys because it doesn't really matter. It just sounds cool, and if it sounds cool, it is cool. That's our theory today. All right, everybody, so I hope you enjoyed this lesson. It's pretty casual. We're just kind of laying back. I feel like I'm got you right here in front of me and I'm talking directly to you. So this is good stuff. Please implement it in your everyday. Play some chords. Really, you know, what I got out of playing country music when I started was the fact that even though I was playing open chords, I I was finding out that if I vary the way that I play my chords every time they come up, no matter what style of music that I'm playing, I have the knowledge to do so and the comfort to do so, then I'm stylistically taken away from these great players that are doing something completely different. So proving once again, we can learn from every style here at Next Level Guitar. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to go ahead and play this out. Go to the website. It's awesome. I don't know how else to say it. Right, Dave? It's just awesome.
Over 1,000 lessons.
Over 1,000 lessons. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, that's more than awesome. All right, so I'm going to jam this out. I hope you dug it. It's an acoustic guitar. We're casual. We're mellow. I don't know. I'm going to leave it at that. I'll see you next time. Thanks for checking it out. I love doing these videos. All right, I'll talk to you later.